Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Christy Planning It Out. I'm Christy, and I am here today. I'm going to plan in my Hobonichi cousins, and we're planning for May 19th through the 25th. And today I'm going back to a kit that I've had for a while now. It's Lilacs for Levern by Hobbs Sticker Co. I have quite a few stickers here that I want to use. I want to do a spread in the month of May that's in purple for lupus awareness. And I would say a planner friend of mine, Erica, had mentioned this, doing her spread that way, and that inspired me to do a spread this week for Lupus Awareness Month. And so that's what we're going to do today. So let's get started. So we're going to take care of the borders, um, the edging of the page and the bottom, because this is that washi sticker paper, and I just want to make sure the words are not coming through the other side. So I'm going to wipe these out. So I've gotten down my stickers and my day dots. I'm going to put in these days of the week um, across here and get this taken care of. I hope you've had a great weekend, and this is the beginning of the second to the last week of May. Time has flown by. I mean, it's it's taking off. Anyway, I hope that you're doing well today. And so I'm recording this on Sunday night. I've had a very busy day, but yesterday on Saturday I got to rest, and that was good. That was nice. Um, I really needed to just take a day of not being responsible for some stuff getting done or just doing anything. Even though I had something very similar last week, Saturday was truly a day of rest. I just had a trying week, and I was working long hours, and I just needed to be able to rest. I'm so glad I'm at the stage in life where I don't have to do things that I don't want to do or feel obligated to do. It's crazy because I remember a time where it was just always busy, and so that's not the case any longer, and I am very grateful for that. I'm going to use some of these lilac strips at the bottom for the washi tape portion at the bottom of the page. And so I like these different sets. So we're going to start over here and then work our way back over here. So we'll do the bottom first. This week, upcoming week, it's going to be pretty steady, I believe. Not too many things going on. Just another week to get through. I try not to rush time away, because even though it's a day where you have to go to work, or it's a week full with doing just the regular everyday, I try to be grateful for my time and just be happy with the time that I have, period, doing things. And so if I constantly wish my life away, it's just going to blink past me, I feel. So um, trying to find joy in everything. That's been an outlook, and I'm motivated to continue my outlook that way. We do have a few things going on with just pre-op stuff at starting at towards the end of the week. So that's going to be me working with my daughter closely to make sure she's doing everything the doctors want her to do prior to the surgery, and that kicks off Friday. And so I just want to have everything organized to the point where it just falls in place. And it's not something to be stressed out about. So if I know she's set up for success, then it won't be a big issue trying to make sure it's being done. So that comes with planning and communication with my daughter, even giving her a calendar to look at. I think I might put it on the digital calendar on our phones, so that she can get reminders. I mean, I can have it in my planner, but I'll literally put the notification on her phone, on her calendar, so it will go off, and so she stays on task. So um, she will be having surgery next week, and we just want to make sure she is set up for success right after Memorial Day. So gotta get all the clothes washed, anything she need done in her room. She needs to take care of all that this week. So that's really crucial. So I'm gonna do some fill-ins with things that I need to remind her to do. They might not necessarily be my task, but it's things that I need to make sure she's taken care of. So, because she will be kind of out of it for about a week or two and won't be able to do anything. And then about 4 weeks of not picking up or doing any kind of strenuous exercise, chores, or anything outside of just taking care of like showers and daily hygiene. But other than that, she'll be chilling out. So I think it's really important to make sure her room is set up for her the way it needs to be set up, and like bedding, and make sure she's going to be comfortable. We need to do all that ahead of time, because I don't like to wait till the last minute to take care of things. I like to make sure I have everything I need. So this week is that time. Let's see. Um, I'm trying to stay positive with everything, so I'm not going to talk about the giving. If you saw my last video, what my family's going through right now, we're doing pretty good with the transitioning of our beloved pet, Mr. Winston. And I don't know if I ever said his name on here, but yes, his name was Mr. Winston. And tomorrow makes a week that he's been gone. It's been different, it's been tough. So again, I'm not trying to be triggering to anybody, so I'm not going to dwell on that. I am excited about the end of May, and um, trying to stay focused on looking for houses and things that getting the proper paperwork for our relocation. So that's my highlight. That when I'm feeling down, I think about things. I think about moving and being closer to my grandchildren, my oldest daughter, and just being in a house with just the relocation, just getting something new, being somewhere new. It really gets me excited. So that's how I would say I've been coping for the last couple of days of just trying to have something to look forward to. Okay, so now over here on this sidebar, I always do my sidebar, and I want that to be my cute picture. Sticker Hobbs Co has all these beautiful designs. Sticker Hobbs, I said that backwards. Hobbs Sticker Co has really beautiful illustrations. I love the softness and elegance of the artwork. Um, I always wanted to try like the sterling ink look or that vintage look to your planner, but I never been able to just like dive into it, and because I didn't want to sign up for a subscription, or I've just been on the fence for doing multiple subscriptions because I'm already a subscriber to the Coffee Monster Co. So I wanted to just be able to get the stickers that I like and what I want, and then make do with, do the things I want to do with the stickers I want. I don't want to necessarily sign up for a subscription. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's kind of the gist of what I'm saying. You can see that. So let's raise that up because that did not go down the way I forgot these red numbers on this calendar. Hobonichi has a lot of bold reds and colors on their pages. So just know if you don't have a Hobonichi and you're interested in getting a Hobonichi, if you do a lot of decorative planning, just be mindful that the thinner stickers, the washi paper stickers, it will come through. So you have to be prepared and have plenty of whiteout. So that looks better that way. So I want to put this header down right here. That's what I had on my finger. I was carrying it around. Just line it up. Go down one right there. And then use this week's sticker from this sheet. All right. And we'll do that right there. This week. And let's do some dots or some boxes. Some boxes. Here we go. We'll do flags on things. I think that'll be different. So if I needed to write more than one line, I have more space to write with these flags because they take up about 2 lines on the grid. So that's my reasoning for doing that. And I think that's the way to use the stickers too. Use all your stickers. Try to be practical. I just placed another order for Hobbs Sticker Co. And I'm excited about that because I really do like the look. I like printables, but also like to have some different things like the washi paper, the thin washi paper. I like that, and I have not been successful yet of how to print on that without smearing. So if you have any tips or ideas about printing on washi paper, please leave them in the comments below. I appreciate any and all extra information. But that's it. We'll do 4. I don't want it to be too much because it'll be top heavy over there. What I do want to do is cover up the May 2025 over here in this corner with the sticker. That's a blunt cut. So we're going to use that one right there and some florals. Let's get that covered up. Let's see if we can do this better than that. Those headers. Now, pull my pencil board out. Put over here, give me some support. Let's see. I think I know what the issue is. So I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go there. And we're gonna wipe that out. Okay, so we haphazardly got that down. When I tell you making an investment on whiteout and appropriate whiteout correction tape is necessary, sometimes it is, because I have these cheap ones, and I believe I got these from Temu, or yeah, I believe Temu. They do okay in a pinch, but don't plan to do any heavy erasing or whitening out with those because they will fail you every time. I've seen it happen. So I don't want to overlap my header for Monday, so I'm going to have to cut this off right there. Let me see if I can rip it. That gives an illusion. Let's put down another piece of floral. Something wide. Let's see. To go over that. Yeah. So I'm going to go right at the edge of that and put that there. Just to cover it up. Okay. It gives it a look, but we'll see where we end up. Okay, so now we have our washi strips out the way, the top and the bottom. We have that border built. We have some boxes left and some florals with some stickers. Uh, some coffee, excuse me, some milk and cookies, tea, probably some lavender milk and some lavender cookies, camera and a birdhouse. So I'm gonna see how we can lay this out. I like to have interaction with my viewers. If you have any questions about the particular way, anything that I've shown in my videos, feel free to reach out in the comments and let me know. If it's something that you have a question about or maybe want me to explain, please let me know. I want to build that community. I want to be able to answer questions, and by you sharing in the comments, that lets me know your interest in what you want to discuss. Yeah, that's really a message that I want to relay and want to be helpful. I'm making videos because I love planning and I like inspiring others to do things, or if I just want to share the things that I'm happy about. So making YouTube videos is getting easier, but I just want to make sure I am fitting the needs of viewers, and so that I can keep you coming back. So let me know. Um, I do have a plan to record a review of my April spreads, so I will be getting that out very soon. And so you can see my completed spreads after the pen and how I use my planner. I usually, after I finish my Bible study and morning prayer, I will look at my planner to see what I have to do, reminders, things of that nature, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. And then I also take time in the mornings, usually, to write in my journal space of my planner. So I can share those pages in that video. Then I seen somebody post recently, how do you fit journaling or keeping up with your journaling a priority? And it's basically just that you're in your planner, and it might not be just that out aware, like, okay, that's what you're supposed to do, but you have to make sure you're deliberate about your time and how you spend your time. So whatever journaling is to you, is it just a release space? Is it a place for you to vent? Is it a documenting your days, or whatever you choose it to be? Is it a prompt and response deal? You have to decide what that is for you. But I know key things that help me out is that I do utilize the free journal prompts provided out there in the community. I know Hobbs Sticker Co has a prompt list usually every month. And let's see, Anika from Anika's Closet, she was doing some prompts, but I think hers are more biblical related. So, but just getting out there and looking around for monthly prompts. Another deal, you can probably ask all these new AI softwares that's out here available, Copilot, Gemini, all these different things can generate some journal prompts for you, and you'll be amazed because the ones those that are familiar with who you are, they'll give you journal prompts that align closely with who you are and what you have going on. So that's a way to pick up some prompts, and or you can be specific what kind of journal prompts you would like. Just let the AI assistant know what you're looking for. If you wanted journal prompts about affirmations, if you want journal prompts about the world, if you want to do journal prompts based on your age and things to give you a better outlook on life, put those questions in the prompt. Chat GPT, or like I said, Google. They have Copilot and Microsoft. Just so many different ways to get things like that created for you, so you don't have to think of them. And ask for it to provide you 30 of them, or 31, or whatever, how many days of the month that you're in, and it'll create you a list of questions that you can print out or write out in your journal and have available for you to use to get your thoughts down. I think it's just about, what does journaling look like for you? Is it a way for you to heal, decompress, emotional, or so whatever journal that you're, or what type of journal you're trying to seek, that's what it needs to be. So once you have that established, and giving yourself 10 to 15 minutes, if it's in the morning or if it's at night before you go to bed, carve out time to allow yourself to get those thoughts out. You ever went to bed and with the intentions of falling asleep, and as soon as you lay down, the last thing that happens is sleep. So your mind runs and you have all these things going out. Sometimes you just need to do a brain dump, which is also a form of journaling. So whatever is running through your mind, why, it might help you to use your journal in that method, so that you can empty your brain. I have had times where I needed to do that, where I needed to just write. I needed to get my thoughts out of my head so I could clear my brain, and just brain dumping, or just writing, with just getting all those running thoughts on paper out of my brain, allows me to free myself of the weight of trying to remember it, or why is it, whatever is getting to me at that point. Me writing it down allows me to know it's out of my head and it's on paper, and I can choose to deal with it right then, given whatever time it is, or I could table it for another day. But it's going to be in that book, it's going to be in that journal. So I know I've been following a few people that have mentioned having several journals, having several notebooks, creating multiple spaces, multiple outlets for them to use. So if it's drawing, if it's doodling, if it's writing poetry, writing a poem, or writing your thoughts, and just using those different spaces to capture their inner feelings, or explain something that they're dealing with at that time. So, and I get that. It makes sense. I can totally understand. And I am going to incorporate some of those real soon, is to have multiple spaces for me to write, multiple places for me to lay out my feelings. Yeah, because sometimes everything that you think is not necessarily meant for someone else's ears. Maybe the feelings that you have, you don't want to hurt somebody else by saying those things to them. So you might just need a space to just say it and let it out, rather than holding it in. I'm not a therapist by any means necessary, but I'm just sharing things that have worked for me in my life, and hopefully that they can be a help to you. But being able to use journaling and planning can be therapeutic. I know it's therapeutic for me. Um, like I said, I can work in ambiguity, but if I have a choice, I prefer not to. Um, especially if it's concerning my life. Me planning out my days or planning out when I'm going to do something and holding myself accountable gives me the chance to uh, make sure it's done. I don't have to second guess myself. And then in the future me would thank the past me because I wrote it down. So if there was any question that was to come up from something particular, I have that information in my planner. I know where to retrieve the dates, the times, who I talked to, and everything like that. So that's part of my. I'm grateful for planning. I can go back maybe 3 or 4 years. I probably go back further than that. Let's see. I can go back. It's 2025. I probably can go back 7 years and tell you what I did to the day on certain days, and that's because of my planning. So it's very helpful to me. Honestly, if I couldn't even afford a planner, these things get expensive, the different planners and stuff, I would use a notebook. I would use a notebook from the Dollar Tree or Walmart or something, and I would just write down the date and write down what happened, because that's exactly what I did before I purchased planners. I would have a notebook, and in that notebook, I would just document things. I had one for work, I had one for home, and my daughter, specifically my daughter that was born with complications. I used to write, she had her own, I had a book just for her, and then I had a book for the rest of my kids. That's what I used to get through the tough times, or get through when decisions were tough and I was trying to just make sure I was keeping everything under control. But you have to do what's best for you. So that's just something I saw come across in one of the groups I'm in on Facebook, is how do you stay on top of it? And basically, intent, being intentional, having intent to do it. Do yourself a favor, allow yourself that space, and make yourself a priority. I'm off my soapbox now, but I just wanted to share that because I don't know um, why that popped up in my head at that time, but I wanted to make sure I shared it because that's what came to me at that moment. So we have this pretty floral border. It's with a straight edge, and I love a detail like that. Let me see if I can figure out where I can put this in over here on this side. Um, I'm gonna put it where it's not overlapping. Actually, I'm gonna cut it to make make it fit. Let's see. We'll cut it and cut that right there, and then keep it with the soft curved edge. We'll just overlap those pieces and make it fit. So cut it right there. Okay, and that goes there perfectly. We are getting full with all the boxes and things. Let me see how my week went last week. I know I gave myself a list over here. Um, it's the morning, Saturday mornings. I have a routine to knock out. And if I don't get it done on Saturday, I definitely do it on Sunday. But it's just basically represents the weekend for me, and I'm mindful to make sure I can get that stuff done. It's usually just cleaning, vacuuming, or cleaning out the refrigerator, or small spaces. I give myself a small space assignment to get done. During the week, I try to do maybe 15 minutes time cleaning. It's not a lot of people in my house, so it's not always a lot of stuff to clean up, but just tidying up, or even dusting, or things of that nature. So yeah, I know Bible study over here. and put that down. I think I put that there. Let me look at these times. This, okay. Oh, that. Okay. I think we're good. I'm gonna give myself a checklist over here for my meal prep, and it's usually the week ahead. Um, Using a space to on Sunday evenings to put down ideas for the following week. Sometimes I get it done ahead of time, and sometimes I don't. So I always give myself the possibility of being able to have it done, even if I don't get a chance. So even if I plop down 2 or 3 ideas, that's better than none, and I have some kind of direction that I'm going in with that. So I'm going to turn it over and pop that right there. All right. So now we're going to pull out the pen, and I think this page is very full. We're going to use some small icon stickers, or we'll see. Might just go all pen because I love the purple and I don't really want to take away from that. I'm going to use a pen that's able to write on these stickers because sometimes these stickers smear. So, okay, so here we have it. I filled in the things I know that I have to have or that is going to happen. But as you can see, usually as the week goes on, it gets filled in. All the other stuff that I don't get to take care of. So this is my planner. I set up, did lilac because of Lupus Awareness Month. I have very close family members that has lupus, and I have lost family members that have had lupus, so it is dear to me. And just how everybody should get checked out, get the test done that you need. Make sure you're talking to your doctors, your primary care about what you're feeling. But this is, like I said, this is from the sticker kit from Hobbs Sticker Co. It's called Lilacs for Levern. And I think this is good. But I hope you enjoy my content. If you haven't, please like, share, and subscribe. Share this video with a person that you think would benefit from it. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when another video is released. I hope you have a beautiful week. I hope May treats you well, and I'll see you in the next one.